whispers, secrets unfold. True crime stories, let the intrigue be told. Grab a seat, get cozy, let's dive into the plot. With Mac J by my side, there's so much to be sought. Mods from the stars, they light up the night. Chillin' with Van, everything feels just right. Welcome to the mystery, the thrill, the thrill we embrace. Solving cases together we'll trace. With Tabby and Maggie, the journey's begun. With laughter and stories, we'll shine like the sun. Spirit Time vibes with Lisa and Mark. Tia and Mel igniting the spark. According to Lean, curiosity flows. A curious rose in a garden of woes. Sweet misery whispers, tales that enthrall. While Matt, Meg, and Jody, we gather them all. Welcome to the mystery, the thrill we embrace. Solving cases together we'll trace. With Tabby and Maggie, the journey's begun. With laughter and stories, we'll shine like the sun. So come along, join the fun tonight. In Aussie true crime, everything feels so right.
Hey everyone.
Hi everyone.
How are we all? We got in chat. I don't know if little Miss Sharon's here, but I'm sure she'll be back. We've got beautiful Earth. I actually have to email you because I've got some things I want to talk to you about. Beautiful Van, how are you, my darling? And of course, Focus. Yes, I do. Okay. We've got some news, as we always do. Spirit Time has decided to change his channel and go in a new direction. And he's now under Focus. So I want to thank him for 27 months. I want everyone to get behind him. Can you actually drop your link for your channel? What did I do? No, you've done nothing. We need your help. I need your help. So I'm going to email you probably tomorrow for me, but if not tonight, I'll do it tomorrow. But you're not in trouble. Don't worry. Beautiful Anne, how are you, my darling? I just went into it seeing who the heck it was. Chick Tracy, how are you? Well, you're sub to it, Ben, so you should know. Oh, you weren't? Oh, my God. You better sub.
I'll see if I can grab it.
Can you drop your link? I'll get it dropped anyway. It's in our description. There it is. What the heck I am now. Okay. Well, as I said, he's starting a new way, a new channel. So everything's been wiped. But don't worry, it doesn't mean that we're not going to be doing the paranormal. We still are. We'll just be putting the paranormal on this channel. But we've got a trailer, and I'm really excited. I just showed Mac J, and
It's
I
really
share
cool.
it with you. So let me find it, because everything's changed in StreamYard.
Again.
Yeah, they're still changing stuff.
Ugh.
They have been for the past 2 weeks. And like I literally watched a creator was talking yesterday and they just went mute and StreamYard just muted them for like 10 minutes.
Whoa.
But anyway, here's the trailer.
You think you're tough, hiding behind your screen, making up stories that you never seen. But I'm here to shine light on your twisted ways, calling out your lies in these bold displays. Watch me rise, watch me shine, no more whispers. So call the wobblers, it's time for the show. You can't handle the truth, can't take the blow. I'll tear down the walls of your petty disguise. This is just the beginning, watch the truth rise. You hide in shadows like a coward in the night, but I'm the truth, I'm the one who'll ignite. Try to fill tales, won't bring me down. I'm the bully buster, I'll take back my crown. Here's the truth that stings. Cry forever, I'll be the voice that sings. So call the weather, it's time for the show. You can't handle the truth, can't take the blow. I'll tear down the walls of your petty disguise. This is just the beginning, watch the truth rise. Step back and watch as I bite you up. Cut a knife for a lot of my candy. So shut it back up, be us as I break the mold. In a world full of lies, I'll be the bold.
That is so cool.
It is.
So I've dropped his link again. So if you're not subbed, make sure you're subbed up. I missed a couple of people coming in. What did I get to? Beautiful Anne. Who else came in? Mary Jane. How are you, my darling? Beautiful Chick Tracy. I'm trying to click on him, but it's not working for me. Beautiful Jody. How are you? Earth, you're never in trouble with me. Don't even think that.
I
It's
kept
not.
getting kicked out.
It's all the new things. There is like all new things. Hopefully it stops. But
Yeah.
as I said, for the past 2 weeks, they've been adding it and StreamYard's been everywhere. I've got a cat climbing all over me. All right. So let's get into Erin Patterson. We have had so much come out and I told you it would happen. I have an interview that was done just after the lunch, so just before they went through her house, or just after they went through her house. But anyway, we have that interview. I have some information on the charges that were dropped from Simon. We have pre-sentencing coming up and starting on August 25th, what is very close. So pre-sentencing is going to go for 2 days, and it's where obviously the victims can come in and talk, and we find out what she finally gets. Yeah. I'm lost on chat update. Okay. So I'm going to start with, as we always do, our little video to
whispers dwell.
Let's start.
In the shadows where the whispers dwell, Erin's got a story that she knows too well. Invited them over for a peaceful lunch, but poison lingered, just waiting to crunch. Love turned to sickness, secrets unfold in this twisted tale. The truth is told. Erin Patterson, what have you done? A deadly game, now the fear has begun. Lies whispered softly, but the truth is a knife in the heart of a family. Now they've lost their life. Hours passed slowly, then chaos arose. Family in agony, nobody knows. 6 weeks in limbo, they pray and they weep, while Erin keeps hiding, her secrets run deep. Guilty or innocent, which road will she take? In the end, it's the truth that will break. Erin Patterson, what have you done? A deadly game, now the fear has begun. Lies whispered softly, but the truth is a knife in the heart of a family. Now they've lost their life. Here at the end, the darkness won't fade. Erin's left standing, the price has been paid. Shadows where the whispers dwell, Erin's got a story that she knows too well. Invited them over for a peaceful lunch, but poison lingered, just waiting to crunch. Love turned to sickness, crickets unfold in this twisted tale, the truth is told. Erin Patterson, what have you done? A deadly game, no defeat has begun. Eyes whipping softly, now what a trick feet. Half a family lost their love.
All hearts don't beat, just it medicine tea. Every head in earth is funny eye. I'll start in. Casins para siempre no family is nothing more than a fantasy. At the end, darkness won't fade. There is a standing place I've been split.
Okay. Now I'm going to bring this one up. So this is the interview with Erin Patterson and the police. As I said, I think it was just after the first time they went through the house. But it is at the same dining table that she served the lunch at. Just putting it out there. And as you will hear in it, they are after the phone. So as you remember in the case, we had phone A and phone B. Phone A was her normal phone. Phone B was the dummy phone that she gave police, and we've never been able to find phone A. So the police actually think at this time that they're taking phone A, but they're actually taking phone B, if that makes sense.
Nope.
It's hard to get your head around unless it's not. Yeah, anyway.
It is.
If Nightpot's naughty, let me know, because I will kick him out. I'm trying to press button again.
In the courtroom previously had heard, and that's Erin Patterson in her own voice. This is a police record of interview that was done shortly after she was taken in for questioning, and it's been released as part of a trove of documents and recordings made by the Supreme Court today after her murder conviction last month for 3 murders. Now, what you're about to hear is the entire police record of interview, including questions and answers from Erin Patterson.
This is a DVD recorded interview between Detective Leading Senior Constable Stephen Eppingstall and Erin Patterson of 84 Gibson Street, Leongatha, conducted at the Wonthaggi Police Station on Saturday, the 5th of August 2023. Other person present is my corroborator.
Detective Senior Constable David Martin LK 40053.
Erin, do you agree the time is now 4:41 p.m. by my watch?
Yep.
All right. Could you please state your full name and address for me?
Erin Patterson, 84 Gibson Street, Leongatha.
All right. Erin, I intend to interview you today in relation to the death of 2 people, being Gail Patterson and Heather Wilkinson. Before continuing, I must inform you that you do not have to say or do anything, but anything you say or do is being recorded and may be used in evidence in court. Do you understand that information?
Yeah.
All right. I must also inform you of the following rights. You may communicate with or attempt to communicate with a friend or relative to tell that person of your whereabouts.
Okay.
You may communicate with or attempt to communicate with a legal practitioner. If you're not an Australian citizen or permanent resident here in Australia, you may communicate with or attempt to communicate with the consular office of the country of which you are a citizen.
Okay.
Do you understand all of these rights?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you wish to exercise any of these rights before the interview proceeds?
No, sorry. No, I don't.
That's all right. Now, I'll just confirm with you that you had an opportunity to speak to a solicitor before this interview commenced. Okay, and you're happy with that?
Yep.
All right. Now, I'll also remind you that your rights are with you for the entire time you're with us. Okay, so.
Okay, I've just noticed this isn't the one at the dining table, but I do have one of the dining tables, so I'm going to have to find that. This one's in the police station. I'll find the other one.
Oh.
There is another interview I have then.
If you decide later on you want to exercise on any of those rights, you just let me know and we'll do that. All right. Now, what is your age and date of birth?
48.
Yeah, very big blonde.
74.
Are you an Australian citizen?
Yeah.
Are you a permanent resident here in Australia?
I was born here and I live here and I'm a resident of Australia. Is that what that was?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And are you of Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander descent?
No.
Okay. Right. Now, as we discussed earlier, and we've been together for a few hours now. It was after 11:30 that we came to your house today. We want to discuss the deaths of Heather Wilkinson and Gail Patterson today with you. When we were at the house earlier, we discussed that you hadn't really been kept in the loop, and it come as news to you that Heather and Gail had both passed away. Following eating at your house, Donald, Ian, Gail and Heather all become so ill that they ultimately ended up in the intensive care unit at both the Daniel Hospital and moved to the Austin Hospital. Right. Following that, they had a deterioration in their condition, and that they become so ill that their livers have failed. Right. Donald underwent transplant last night. Okay, and his condition is still extremely critical as of last report. Heather and Gail passed away. Right. In relation to Ian, I don't have a current prognosis in relation to where he's at. As of late yesterday, the diagnosis isn't great for him either. Right. We're trying to understand what has made them so ill. You understand?
Yeah.
Why we're asking these questions.
Yeah.
Conversely, we're trying to understand why you're not that ill. Okay. So you understand why we're interviewing you today?
Yeah, I do. But I'm sure you understand too that, like, I've never been in a situation like this before, and I've been very, very helpful with the health department through the week because I wanted to help that side of things as much as possible because I do want to know what happened. So I've given them as much information as they've asked for and offered up all the food and all the information about where the food came from.
No, I fully understand that.
Yeah.
All right. At the house, and I must say, for the record again, you were very helpful at the house, and you did point out a couple of things for us that will help us with our investigation. Mainly the fruit platter that you said Heather bought for you, and the gravy in the fridge in the pantry that you said was from the night, and you kept on advice from the health department. So thank you for that. You also pointed out a recipe book on the counter, and you referred me to page 250 odd, a recipe for beef Wellington that you indicated was the recipe that you cooked. Okay. All right. On what we saw at your address in Leongatha.
But it's funny, she didn't tell them the honest truth. She didn't show them the dehydrator that she was dehydrating the mushrooms in. She didn't give them the leftovers. So this one's exactly a week after the dinner because it's the 5th and the dinner was on the 29th. So it's exactly a week after the dinner. And I've got some information about what she did after the dinner too.
Interesting.
We didn't see a lot of food from Asian grocers or Indian grocers or those kind of stores.
To look in my fridge, I've got a lot of Asian cooking stuff in my fridge.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Are we likely to find more of that kind of stuff in your Mount Waverley address, do you think, or?
No, because I did a big clean out of the pantry and fridge the last time that I was there because I want to sell that place.
Okay. All right.
So the pantry and fridge there will be empty.
Okay. So you want to sell that place? All right, no problem. Obviously, we've got concerns in relation to these mushrooms and where they've come from. Okay. Is that something you've done in the past, foraging for mushrooms or anything like that? Never.
Never.
Right. Do you preserve foods or anything like that?
No.
Have you ever dehydrated food or anything like that? Okay. You've described to me a relationship with your ex-partner Simon. Right. I'd like to understand why you had his parents and his uncle and auntie over for lunch on the 29th of July.
Because I've got no other family, so they're the only support I've got.
Okay.
And they've always been really good to me.
Yeah.
And I want to maintain those relationships with them, in spite of what's happened with Simon.
Yep. Okay.
I love them a lot. They've always been really good to me. And they always said to me that they would support me with love and emotional support, even though Simon and I were separated. And I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
Because my parents are both gone.
Yeah.
My grandparents are all gone. They're the only family that I've got.
Yeah.
And they're the only grandparents that my children have. And I want them to stay in my kids' life.
Yeah.
And that's really important to me. And I think Simon hated that I still had a relationship with his parents. But I love them.
Yeah.
Nothing that's ever happened between us, nothing he's ever done to me will change the fact that they're good, decent people that have never done anything wrong by me ever.
So we've been told that on the 31st of July, so 2 days after the lunch, you went to the Leongatha Hospital, okay? And that you were only there for about 5 minutes and then you left. Can you explain why you went there for 5 minutes?
Yeah, because I just went there thinking I needed a couple of bags of saline because I was really dehydrated. And they said, we want to admit you and send you to Melbourne.
Yeah.
And when you've got animals at home and children who have multiple after-school activities, you can't just be told to drop everything and you're off to Melbourne for overnight. So I had to go home and feed the animals and pack my daughter's ballet bag.
Yeah.
And I did that. And I went back.
Okay. Who did you speak to?
So I walked in and there was like, I don't think they were a nurse. It was like, I don't know, it could have been an enrolled nurse or it was like a helper person in the triage room, right? And she's just like, are you okay? And I said, well, no, I have to run to the toilet. I've got diarrhea. And she wasn't quite sure where it was. And so she went and found out and showed me where it was. And then she said, I'll go and find someone. I'll get a nurse or a doctor for you. And so I went to the toilet. I came back out. I was waiting in the triage area. And then a doctor came out, Dr. Webster. And he said to me, sorry, that we're going to be a little while because we've got a couple of critical patients in the hospital. And I said, that's fine, don't worry about me, I'm just a gastro case. I'm not urgent, obviously. And he said, oh, what's your name? And I said, Erin. And he said, oh, we've been expecting you because other people that you ate with on Saturday were sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he said, can you come through? And I said, sure. And I came in. And then he said to me, I can't say the exact words, but he said something along the lines of, we've got a concern they've eaten death cap mushrooms. And I said, what? And he said, yeah, that's what we think they've eaten.
Yep.
And then he started asking me about what food I served them, and I told him.
All right. I understand you went down to the hospital and got treatment and that. What kind of treatment did you get?
Oh, they got me up to a drip.
A drip? Yeah.
They said that because we're concerned. So Dr. Webster had to leave. I think he was at the end of his shift, and he passed on to another doctor, Dr. Foot. And she said to me, because the concern is that everybody's eating something that hurts your liver, we need to give you this protective medicine. And so there was saline and acetyl something or other. I don't know what it was. But she said we need to give you this and then put you in an ambulance up to Melbourne where they can give you more, I don't know what the word is, more, where they can care for you better. Yeah. So I got saline and this other stuff and went in an ambulance up.
Okay. How long were you in the hospital for in Melbourne?
Till Tuesday afternoon.
I am not biased, Earth. Her channel is awesome, and if you aren't subbed up to her, her link's in the chat. Please make sure you do. And beautiful little Miss Sharon. See, I told you she'd be back. Welcome in, my darling.
Monday, Tuesday. All right. And again, for full disclosure, so you understand, we've obtained warrants in relation to medical records for everyone involved in this. And so we will get medical records in relation to your treatment there as well.
Sure.
Okay. You were at home and present when we did a search warrant today, right? I know you weren't watching everyone at all the time, but I just want to go through on tape some of the stuff we've, and like I said, we'll give you a copy of this, everything we've seized. Kitchen, far left bottom drawer, instruction manual for a Sunbeam food lab, electronic dehydrator. What's that in relation to that? Do you know anything about a dehydrator in your house? Or? Okay. Do you own a dehydrator?
No.
Okay.
I think we're up to about 6 shots, Mac J.
I've got manuals of lots of stuff I've collected over the years. I've had all sorts of appliances and I just keep them all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When did you own a dehydrator?
I don't know, I might have had one years ago.
Okay. What did you use that for?
Like when I first got the Thermomix, I got really excited about like making everything from scratch, you know, and I did a lot of, you know, like everything from scratch ingredients, and I did a lot of that. So I had something like that.
Okay. Kitchen bench located against the wall. Recipe tin eats book. Okay, I'm not sure. Again,
That's that recipe book.
that's that same book that the Wellington recipe come out of. Yeah. All right. From the fridge, we got the fruit salad platter, which you pointed out. Then in the fridge in the butler's pantry, we got the white jug containing the brown liquid, which you pointed out as well.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. From the study, we took the computer, we took another computer, and we took another computer. Right. In the lounge, we grabbed an iPad in a black and red case. From the room, we've grabbed a computer.
That would be an old one I had up in the top of this tummy.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a very old one.
All right. So that, if I had to prioritise, that would be the bottom of the list.
I don't think anyone's powered that on from fairly.
Okay. All right. No dramas. All right. So we'll pop that one at the back of the list. All right. A black mobile phone, which again I'll prioritise tomorrow for you.
Thank you.
Upstairs bedroom 2, far left towards backyard. Says Erin's bedroom, so I assume that's yours. Apple iPad.
I don't own any iPads, so that they would be tablets, Android tablets.
Oh, okay. There's a Samsung tablet listed below that, located on top of the bed.
Yep.
Okay. Maybe they've got it wrong, that it's not an iPad, it's some other tablet. Samsung tablet, an Oppo mobile phone, and your mobile phone. Alright, so,
And so you said a black mobile phone earlier.
Yep.
So that would be a Nokia. It's a really old Nokia that I've got for, like, you know, if you break your phone. And you got to send it away from repair, and you need. So I've got this like really old thing. So.
That's right. Yeah. Your mobile phone would be the top.
Yeah.
And then we're talking about his school computer, followed by
the GeoForce one.
The GeoForce one.
Yeah.
David,
one thing I wanted to clarify to make sure I've got it right. Obviously, you're certainly taking notes. When you went to the Landfill Hospital and you said you went in there and you got shown to the toilet, but you said you had to go home to pack stuff and your daughter's bag and that sort of thing to feed the animals. When you had the conversation with Dr. Webster, was that when you first went there or afterwards?
I don't remember.
Sure. The other thing that I should have mentioned that, again, to your credit, police went around your house on that morning. Yep. On the 31st.
Right.
Yep. And they were obviously responding to the hospital call to check up on you.
Yep.
And they spoke to you on the phone. And you gave them the PIN code for your gate and directed them to the bin where there were some leftovers.
Correct.
What are those leftovers that you directed them to?
So the uneaten food from the lunch.
Okay. All right. So you helped them in getting that so it could be sampled.
Because my kids ate the meal too.
Yeah.
But there was stuff that was left over and it went straight in the bin. And so when I went to the hospital and they said they were concerned that everyone ate some contaminated food, I said, well, there's the leftovers in the bin, you can have it. Feel free to look through it.
Yep.
And I said, I'll go and get it if you want. And they said, well, that's fine, you need to go on a drip. We'll call the police. And I said, well, that's fine, just let them know I need to give them a PIN code.
Yep.
So they did that, and a bag of food appeared a bit later.
Yep. So yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for helping us locate that.
It's fine.
All right. Anything else, Dave? No. All right. Any questions at the moment? No. All right. Erin, do you agree the time is now 5:30 p.m. by my watch?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to suspend the interview now.
So that's one of the interviews. As I said, I do have another one. I've just got to find it. I've been looking, but I haven't got it yet. It is here somewhere on my computer. Fire, yes. I know, that's what I said. We're up to about 7 or 8 shots just in that interview.
Oh, I bet. Maybe 10.
Beautiful. And we don't know the motive. We all have our guesses, I guess you could say.
Yes.
Most of it she blamed over the child support, but yeah. Hopefully we find out when they go back on the 25th. So another one I've got, let me find it. I got so many open, I've just got to make sure I get the right one first. Okay. So this one is what Erin done. I'll read the article and then we'll come back to the video. So it's details of a car ride the mushroom killer Erin Patterson took in the hours after the lunch guest left her home can now be made public. At trial, Patterson told the jury that she spent the afternoon cleaning and binge eating an orange cake that her mother-in-law brought, while her son gave evidence that she had gone upstairs to play Lego. But what the jury didn't hear was that the police had tracked Patterson jumping in the car and travelling to the recycling centre and landfill about 13 kilometres away. The four lunch guests, Don and Gail, Heather and Ian, departed Patterson's Leongatha home about 2:45 on the 29th of July. So giving evidence, Ian Wilkinson said that Don dropped him and his wife home shortly after at 3 p.m. for a scheduled meeting with other members of the Cooranbara Baptist Church, where he was the pastor. Meanwhile, Patterson, during her time in the witness box, claimed that she began to clean up after the people left her home. I kept cleaning up the kitchen and putting everything away. I had a piece of cake and then another piece of cake and then another. So Patterson said that she felt sick. I brought it back up, which lawyers later argued may well explain why she wasn't as sick as the others. Her teenage son gave evidence that he helped his mum clean up before playing a computer game Voldman with a friend. He later that evening said that he found his mother upstairs building Lego and asked her to drive his friend home at 7 p.m. So during the trial, jurors were shown CC footage of Patterson dumping her dehydrator, later found to contain the remnants of the death cap mushrooms, at the Corriwan transfer station. Now, we did see videos of that. And the landfill on August 4th, a day after she was released from the hospital. What they didn't learn is that Patterson first visited the trip in pre-trial hearings earlier this year. Crown prosecutor Sarah Lethal told the court the investigators had discovered Patterson visited the landfill within 1 hour of the lunch. At 3:29 on July 29th, Patterson arrived at the Cooranbara transfer station and landfill, dropping off an unknown item or items and a small amount of cardboard. Records from the facility indicate that she paid $9.50 at 3:51 p.m. for the disposal of the items that fell into the categories of a 120-litre bin and 0.5-metre PAP card. The items were now recovered, but it was alleged the CC footage captured her disposing of cardboard and something else. Prosecutors sought to use this and the element of secrecy by not telling her son as a bias of the jury to interfere the items were connected to the fatal meal and incriminating. Ms. Leongatha argued the evidence pointed to Ms. Patterson leaving less than 30 minutes after her guests did and that there were plenty of space left in her home bins. We say the jury could, acting on the evidence as a whole, except that the only purpose of making this trip was to dispose of items related to the lunch. It must be due to the nature of the material rather than the volume of the material as why she's making this trip. In response, defence barrister Colin Mandy argued the prosecution was seeing and invite speculation when a jury could not draw the logical inference Patterson visited was incriminating. What's being disposed of at the Cooranbara tip could be entirely innocent and nothing to do with the event. So,
Ugh. Is that another shot?
hey, I'm going to go back up to the
Is
video.
that another shot?
Well, she didn't tell anybody about this one.
No.
And I've got my guesses of what she was throwing out.
Yeah, me too.
So it's only 16 seconds. We only see her throwing the cardboard. but this was a half an hour after the lunch.
Ah. Dinner.
Yes. So it's 10 guesses what she was throwing out. I think it was Simon's portion.
You think?
That's my thoughts. Might not be.
What about
But
the
that's-
phone?
No, I think she's got the phone. I think she's hit it. Because the phone was active after the lunch that they know of. Okay. So, what else do I have? So, this is another one that's... So, this one is about... So, as we know, there was charges. So, there was 4 charges. I think it was the leftovers. Yeah. That's what I think too. She's a 6-year-old now, so... So, as we know, there was 4 attempts on Simon prior to the lunch, and these charges were pending up until the day that the court started. So, the day that they were sitting the jury, these 4 charges were dropped, and they were not to be mentioned in court as well. So, I know me and Mac J wondered why.
Yeah.
We were very shocked, but here's the article of why they were dropped. So Erin Patterson was accused of trying to poison her husband Simon 4 times, it can be revealed. The Victorian Supreme Court has lifted the lid on the bombshell allegations that were kept secret during the mushroom murder trial out of fear of prejudice. I can't even say that word now. Prejudiciary to the jury.
Prejudicial.
Yeah, to the jury. That's it.
Yeah.
Today, Justin Beagle ruled the pre-trial evidence, including the previous alleged murder attempts on Simon Patterson by Erin with poisoned penny and cookies, could be released to media after it was suppressed for months. Here are the interesting details about the mushroom murder case that could not be discussed before now. Let me know that's her in her little prison van. So Erin was accused of trying to kill her husband for 4 times. She was accused of trying to kill her estranged husband, Simon Patterson, at least 3 times in the 2 years before the fatal mushroom lunch. I don't know why they just said 3, it's 4. But police allege that she served him a tonic penny pasta, a chicken kumara curry, a toxic special beef stew, and a chicken wrap, and cookies laced with rat poison and antifreeze.
Lovely.
I know, she just gets nicer, doesn't she? Simon
She
became
does.
so sick he ended up in hospital on a number of occasions and even ended up paralyzed at one point and almost passed away. In a Facebook post from June 2022, which has since been deleted, Simon said that he almost died from gut problems that left him in intensive care. My family were asked to come and say goodbye to me twice. I collapsed at home. There was an induction coma for 16 days, through which I had 3
Wow.
emergency operations, mainly in my small intestines. She allegedly tried to poison him in the towns of Kooraburra between November 16th and 17th on the 2021, in Hauka between May 25th and 27th, 2022, and in the Windsor prom on September 6, 2022. So on November 2nd, 2023, Victorian police charged her with 3 counts of attempted murder over these alleged incidents. At the same time, she was charged with 3 counts of murder and 2 counts of attempted murder over the fatal lunch at her home. The further 3 attempted murder charges related to the separate incidents in Victoria between 2021 and 2022, a police statement said at the time. It's alleged that a 48-year-old Kühlbarra man became ill following these dates. Prosecutors allege that Simon's symptoms were consistent with indigestion, rat poison, and antifreeze. However, the Director of Public Prosecutions dropped the charges against Erin Patterson related to Simon at the commencement of the Supreme Court trial in April this year. Justin Christopher Beagle told the jury to put them out of their minds. Justin Beagle urged the jury to display the weight of the evidence in the case. So Erin made 2 trips to the tip, as we just talked about, while Erin Patterson admitted during the trial that she dumped the food dehydrator at Kühlbarra transfer station on August 2nd. We can now reveal that it was actually her second trip to the tip.
Ooh, interesting.
She actually visited trip to the tip. She actually visited the site the first time just 45 minutes after the lunch. CC footage has revealed that the court shows her arriving at the tip and flattened a number of cardboard boxes before putting them in the bin. During the pre-trial, the prosecution suggested that she could have been trying to hide the contents of the lunch. Textbook about the poisoning found on a tablet. Another piece of potential evidence that was thrown out before the trial is about what was found on Erin Patterson's devices that was seized from the lunch. A search on her tablet for key words such as poison returned a number of hits, including the appendix of a book called Criminal Poisoning with the title Some Common Homicidal Poisonings. The text detailed the colour, odour, taste.
I can't imagine.
Hey?
I can't imagine why she'd need that book, you know?
The text detailed the colour, the odour, taste, the lethal dose, and symptoms of a handful of poisons, including antifreeze, arsenic, and cyanide. Erin's defence won a bid to have the evidence thrown
arsenic,
out.
cyanide.
I could tell you a funny story. So Erin's defence barrister won a bid to have the evidence thrown out, saying there was no proof that she downloaded or opened the file. I'll tell you a story, and this is off topic, but you'll probably find it funny. As you know, all my children are all grown. But when they were little, they used to always ask me, what's for dinner? And as any mum can know, especially, I had 4 children and I was a single mum at the time. So when my kids asked me, I just got sick of it and I'd say, right, that's it. We're having arsenic for dinner. We're having rat poison tonight, whatever it was. I didn't think that my kids would go to school and teachers would ask my kids what they're eating for dinner. And they did.
What?
And you can only imagine what my children told the school they were having. It was arsenic. It was poison. It was this. It was that. I didn't feed them that, trust me. They're all still alive. As he didn't remove that. I will. I'll fix it up. I know. I've got to fix some of the links. He's not kicking people, so I'm happy about that. So, Erin allegedly lied in a bizarre post in Facebook. Another piece of evidence that was banned from the trial was about a post that Erin made in Facebook called Poison Help, Emergency Identification for Mushrooms and Plants. My cat chewed my mushrooms just now. He is having a vomit. What is grassland near trees? I'm in Victoria, Australia. The prosecution urged in a pre-trial that Erin never owned a cat and was fishing for information. Erin admitted that she lied in a letter to homicide detectives. We also didn't hear in the trial that Erin sent a letter to homicide detectives in August before she was charged, where she admitted that she had lied to investigators. The letter was made public after it was cited by the ABC and The Age. I am now wanting to clear up the record because I have become extremely stressed and overwhelmed by the deaths of my loved ones, the letter read. I am hoping that this statement might help in some way. I believe if people understand the background more, they would not be so quick to rush to judgment. And of course, there's beautiful Don and Gail, who did lose their lives.
Yep.
In the statement, Erin allegedly said that she advised that she received immediately after the passings was to give a no-comment interview to police, which she said she now regretted. I now very much regret not answering some questions following the advice given, the nightmare that this process has become. Erin said that she found the police interview terrifying and anxiety-provoked. She admitted that she lied to investigators when she told them that she had dumped it at the tip a long time ago. She said, and that's the dehydrator. She said that she was in hospital with her children discussing the food hydrator when her ex-husband, the son of the couple, asked, "Is that what you used to poison them?" Worried that she might lose custody of the couple's children, Erin said that she then panicked and dumped the dehydrator at the tip. Erin alluded to the media speculation about the fact that her estranged husband, Simon Patterson, reportedly spent a fortnight in hospital in May last year with severe stomach illness unrelated to the current incident. And there's Ian, the only survivor. I'm very interested to see what he's going to say on the 25th. So she said she has reluctantly agreed to nurse Simon Patterson for 3 weeks after he was discharged from hospital, before telling him that she did not want to reconcile with him. Victorian police told 9 News at the time that the statement was not a police statement taken by investigators. So why information was suppressed during the trial? The case of a mother from country Victoria accused of deliberately killing her in-laws with a poisoning lunch became one of Australia's biggest mysteries. It garnered worldwide attention when Don and Gail Patterson and Heather Wilkinson passed in hospital from the mushroom poisoning in early August 2023. The major global media outlets, including the Washington Post, BBC, and CNN, alerted Erin Patterson's arrest minutes after it was announced. On the day of her arrest, Victorian Police Detective Inspector Dean Thompson said that he couldn't think of another investigation that had generated this level of media and public interest, not only here in Victoria, but also nationally and internationally. Well, I could tell him a few.
Yeah, me too.
They obviously don't follow true crime, do they?
No, they definitely don't.
The huge public interest in the fascinating case meant that the trial was covered extremely carefully in the media, with many things unable to be reported or said in order to ensure that there was no, that word that Mac J said, producery of the jury. There was fear of jurors being influenced by the media. I just lost where I was up to. You're right. On the day of the arrest, Victorian Police Dean Thomas said that he couldn't think of another. Okay, I've read that one. The huge public interest in the fascinating case meant that the trial was covered by extremely careful media, which with many things unable to be reported or said in order to ensure that, yeah, I've read that one. There was fear that the jurors were being influenced by the media, social media, and all general speculation and conversations around the case. On May 15th, one of the 15 jurors was discharged from the trial after Justin Christopher Beagle received information that the juror had been discussing the case with family and friends, contrary to his instructions. While only 12 jurors decided the verdict, 15 were there to sit through the long trial for this reason. So it's just a little bit more information on it.
Yep.
Oh my God, little Miss Sharon. Thank you so much. Let me find something for you. This one.
G'day, mate. Welcome to
Limit.
KK Aussie Vlogs. We're about to explore this wild place, and I'm ready to hop into action.
Look at that, mate. The Opera House. We've made it to Sydney.
Yeah, it's big. But where's the nearest tree?
Thank you so much, my darling. Now, what else do I have for you? No, we've already done that one. Done that one. Okay. So there's only, I've done that one. I've done all of them except for this one. So another thing I had found, and I want to share with you, this is on TikTok. And this is just, I don't know if I can share the link. Yeah, I'll share it this way. Copy. Get back to my chat. Bye, Anne. Hi, beautiful Abigail. This was a lunch that happened on the 29th of July in 2023. We have a big playlist on this one. We've been to court. She's been found guilty, and we're now going for pre-sentencing on the 25th, so like 6 days away. So this is a channel that I found. I've just shared the link, and I think it's absolutely hilarious. I'm going to share a couple, but I really recommend going over if you're on TikTok and following this account because it is so funny. And I can tell you, this is what got me through the trial, is watching these.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my cooking series. Today we're making beef Wellington, but first we need to find some mushroom. This looks like it might be what I'm looking for. The in-laws are going to love this. Oh, shit. They are onto me. What's up, guys? Welcome to my cooking series. Today we're making beef. I can't believe that this has happened, and I'm so sorry. I can't believe that this has happened, and I'm so...
Oh, shit.
You have been exposed to a deadly toxin. We need to keep you in the hospital.
Yeah, nah, I feel fine.
Wait here.
Where has that silly bitch gone? I'm calling the police.
You can't leave. You might be sick. I'm fine. Get out of my way.
You have been exposed to a deadly toxin. We need to keep you in the hospital.
Yeah, nah, I feel fine.
So as you can see, they have a few on there.
They are coming for me.
The fuck you running from?
Gmail.
Do you want some of my shrooms?
I'm not falling for that old trick. They are coming for me.
So there's more on there, as I said. it's really worth going over and having a look because they are funny. I think that's it. So yeah, so that about, I think I've got some more, but I think I'm going to have to make it another live because I can't find the rest. But definitely go and join that TikTok because it's definitely worth joining up. Make sure that you have subbed up to Focus. Make sure you've subbed up to MacJ. Any of my mods can drop links. If there's channels that I haven't got or you want me to put into the Nightbot now, I've kind of got it working, let me know and I'll put it in. But, yeah. I'm going to play our video one more time for them, our little song. End it out.
In the shadows where the whispers dwell, Erin's got a story that she knows too well. Invited them over for a peaceful lunch, but poison lingered, just waiting to crunch. Love turned to sickness, secrets unfold in this twisted tale. The truth is told. Erin Patterson, what have you done? A deadly game, now the fear has begun. Lies whispered softly, but the truth is a knife in the heart of a family. Now they've lost their life. Hours passed slowly, then chaos arose. Family in agony, nobody knows. 6 weeks in limbo, they pray and they weep, while Erin keeps hiding, her secrets run deep. Guilty or innocent, which road will she take? In the end, it's the truth that will break. Erin Patterson, what have you done? A deadly game, now the fear has begun. Lies whispered softly, but the truth is a knife in the heart of a family. Now they've lost their life. Here at the end, the darkness won't fade. Erin's left standing, the price has been paid.
Shadows where the whispers dwell. Erin's got a story that she knows too well. Invited them over for a peaceful lunch, but poison lingered, just waiting to crunch. Love turned to sickness, crickets unfold in this twisted tale. The truth is told. Erin Patterson, what have you done? A deadly game, on the fear has begun. Eyes whispered softly, now what a trophy. Half a family lost their love. All hearts don't beat, just it medicine tea. Every head in us that funny eye. I'll start again, take us since I'm last year. No vanity. this won't fade. Memories left standing, praise have been spent.
She is. And it is. It's so sad. So I'm going to play Focus's channel trailer just one more time. I'm sorry, but just for anyone that missed it, please make sure you are subbed up, because I think he's going to start it probably in the next week. And trust me, you'll want to be subbed. It's going to be a good channel.
Oh, yeah.
You think you're tough, hiding behind your screen, making up stories that you never seen. But I'm here to shine light on your twisted ways, calling out your lies in these bold displays. Watch me rise, watch me shine, no more whispers. So call the woman, it's time for the show. You can't handle the truth, can't take the blow. I'll tear down the walls of your petty disguise. This is just the beginning, watch the truth rise. You hide in shadows like a coward in the night, but I'm the truth, I'm the one who'll ignite. Drama-filled tales won't bring me down. I'm the bully buster, I'll take back my crown. Ooh, here's the truth that stings. Cry forever, I'll be the voice that sings. So call the ambulance, it's time for the show. You can't handle the truth, can't take the blow. I'll tear down the walls of your petty disguise. This is just the beginning, watch the truth rise. So step back and watch as I bite you more. Cut a knife for a lot of bikini. So shut it back up, be us as I break the mold. In a world full of lies, I'll be the bold.
I'm so excited.
Yes, it's such a good intro.
And it's going to be a good channel. I'm scared of some of the things he might do on there, but it's his channel.
Yes.
So everyone make sure you're joined up to him. As I said, make sure you've joined MacJ. Go give her a like on her channel. Watch her things. I know she's been doing some shorts over there as well. So make sure you watch some of them. Get her hours up. Earth, I'm going to message you. Other than that, I think that's it for tonight. We're going to be back tomorrow night. We do have our Wednesday for William that we couldn't do last week. So we'll be back tomorrow night for that. They aren't ready for me. They're not. Honestly, you see the nice side of me. You wait till you meet The other half. He's not as nice.
No.
Well, I think he is, but I know what he's going to do. So anyway, love you all. See you tomorrow night. Back here, same time. For William.
For William.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, bye, guys.
Every true crime on the rise. Investigate the scene, uncover the lies. From Melbourne to Sydney, all the way to Perth. No case too tough, we'll dig into the dirt. We'll crack the code, find the truth, bring justice to the table. No excuse, Australian legends in the game, bringing light to darkness, no shame. Just got a super child, let's celebrate. Raise a glass for all the cases we've solved in the past. With eyes wide open, we'll never rest. Aussie true crime, we're the best. From cold cases to missing persons, we'll leave no stone unturned. Every virgin detectives in our hearts will never give up. But justice and truth will always hear us. Ooh, thank you so much. Let's celebrate, raise a glass for all the cases we've solved in the past. With eyes wide open, we'll never rest. Aussie true crime, we're the best. Thank you so much. Let's celebrate, raise a glass for all the cases we've solved in the past. With eyes wide open, we'll never rest. Aussie true crime, we're the best. For all the cases we've solved in the past. With eyes wide open, we'll never rest. Aussie true crime, we're the best. Let's celebrate, raise a glass for all the cases we've solved in the past. With eyes wide open, we'll never rest. Aussie true crime, we're the best. Thank you so much.